Good afternoon, students. I am Shomajit sir. Today we'll start at a fresh new chapter, that is diversity in living organisms. Here we'll study about the introduction of diversity in living organisms. We'll study a brief knowledge about five kingdom system of classification, and from the next class we'll take one classification each day. So first watch this video lecture and get the concept of introduction of diversity in living organism. So here we will study a brief knowledge about five kingdom system of classification. So without any delay, let's start. Aristotle was the earliest to attempt a more scientific basis for classification of organism. So Aristotle was the first or the earliest to attempt a more basic scientific system of classification. He classified plants into trees, herbs and shrubs, and animals into two groups: those with red blood and those without red blood. So previously they didn't had microscope and all, so many technologies were not there. That's why he have classified morphologically into trees, shrubs and herbs, because external characters he have based on, and for animals he have based with red blood and without red blood. So you can see the scientist Aristotle picture is given here, and animals they have classified into red blood and no red blood. So in the red blood we have mammals, lizard, birds and fishes, and no red blood means those animals don't have red blood is hard bodies and soft body. Again he has divided the no red blood means those animals, those who don't have red blood, divided into hard bodies and soft bodies. So inside hard bodies we have insects, and inside soft bodies we have shell and no shell. So in shell we have shellfish, and in no shell we have jellyfishes. All right. So previously Aristotle have classified this. All right. So he has classified plants into trees, herbs and shrubs, and animals into presence of red blood cell and absence of red blood cells. Next we come to two kingdom system of classification. This was given by Linnaeus. All right, it was given by Linnaeus in 1758. So two kingdom system of classification was given by Linnaeus in 1758. You can see the picture of Linnaeus on the left hand side. So what he did, he divided organism into two groups. One is plants group, another is animal group. So he kept plant as under kingdom Plantae and animalia as kingdom and animalia. All right, so he kept plants under kingdom Plantae and kept animals under kingdom animalia. So this system classifies organisms in two kingdoms. One is Plantae, another is animalia. So under two kingdom system of classifications, drawbacks of two kingdoms classifications. All right. So previously in the earlier slide he had just divided the animals and plants on the basis of the photosynthetic ratio. All right, like plants can do photosynthesis, animal cannot do photosynthesis. Like plants can prepare their own food, animals cannot prepare their own food. But there were certain drawbacks. Like prokaryotes, bacteria, cyanobacteria, and eukaryotes like fungi, mosses, ferns, gymnosperms, and angiosperms were included under plants based on the presence of cell wall, but they were widely differed in other features. All right. So what he did, he classified plants and animals on the basis of the cell wall. Like those who have cell wall, he has considered it as plant. Those who don't have cell wall, he have considered it as animal. But later on, its features were different. They varied. All right. It included unicellular, multicellular organisms in the same group. So he has included unicellular, multicellular organisms in the same group, like Chlamydomonas, Spirogyra were placed under algae. All right. Next we have, it did not differentiate between heterotrophic fungi and autotrophic green plants. Fungi have a chitinous cell wall, while the green plants have a cellulosic cell wall. So he could not differentiate between he did not classify on the basis of heterotrophic fungi and autotrophic green plants. All right, so autotroph, heterotroph not classified, unicellular, multicellular not classified. So these were the drawbacks of two kingdom system of classification. Now we come to the five kingdom system of classification. So it was this five kingdom system of classification were proposed by R.H. Whittaker in 1969, and it included Monera, Protista, fungi, Plantae and animalia. So these classification is based on cell structure, thallus organization, mode of nutrition, reproduction, and phylogenetic relationship. All right, understood? So previous to this five kingdom, there came three kingdom system of classification. It includes Plantae, Animalia, and Protista. Next, in the four kingdom system of classification, it included Plantae, Animalia, Protista, and Fungi. And next, last in the five kingdom system of classification, it included Plantae, Animalia, Protista, Fungi, and Monera. All right. So this classification is based on the followings you have seen. And this was given by R.H. Whittaker in 1969. All right, you have seen already. Now, what are the characteristics of five kingdom system of classification? All right. So certain characters I have taken or they have given. First is cell type, cell wall, nuclear membrane, body organization, mode of nutrition. Right. And followings are there like Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, Animal. Here we'll see the differences. So based on the cell type, we can see Monera are prokaryotes, rest all is eukaryote. Protista, Fungi, Plantae, Animalia, all are eukaryote. Next, based on cell wall, you can see Monera is non-cellulosic. That is polysaccharide or amino acid. It has polysaccharide or amino acid. Whereas Protista present in some have cell wall, some don't have cell wall. And fungi, it is made up of, in fungi cell wall is present and it is made up of chitin and polysaccharides. And in plant, cell wall is present and it is made up of cellulose, whereas in animal that is totally absent. Next, we come to the nuclear membrane. We know that since Monera is prokaryote, so it will not have nuclear membrane, whereas rest have nuclear membrane. So all have nuclear membrane. Protista have nuclear membrane, Fungi have nuclear membrane, Plantae have nuclear membrane, and Animalia have nuclear membrane. Next, we come to body organization. So under body organization, we'll see that whether this is cellular or tissue level or multicellular. So under body organization, we see that Monera and Protista are cellular level organization, and fungi are multicellular or loose tissue, whereas Plantae are tissues or organs, and Animalia are tissues, organs, and organ systems. Next, we have mode of nutrition. So on the basis of mode of nutrition, few are autotrophic, few are heterotrophic. Like Monera and Protista are autotrophic, whereas fungi, Plantae, no. Under mode of nutrition, we have Monera and Protista and Plantae are autotrophic, whereas fungi and Animalia are heterotrophic. So under Monera, we find autotrophic mode of nutrition. So it performs by photosynthetic and chemosynthetic, and few are heterotrophic also. So they include saprophyte and parasite. Alright, so in Monera we find both autotrophic and heterotrophic mode of nutrition. So under autotrophic we find photosynthetic and chemosynthetic methods, and under heterotrophic we find saprophytic and parasitic methods. So under Protista also we find both autotrophic and heterotrophic method. So under Protista, autotrophic means photosynthetic. Alright. Under fungi, all are heterotrophic, for they do by parasitic or saprophytic mode of nutrition. Under Plantae, all are for autotrophic, they do by photosynthesis. And under Animalia, all are heterotrophic, they do by holozoic, saprophytic, etc. mode of nutrition. So these five kingdoms classification, Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, are classified on the basis on their characters like cell type, cell wall, nuclear membrane, body organization, and mode of nutrition. So under mode of nutrition, Monera are autotrophic and heterotrophic, Protista are autotrophic and heterotrophic, Fungi are heterotrophic, Plantae are autotrophic, and Animalia are heterotrophic. Thank you, students. This was all about the entire video lecture. Here you've understood the introduction of diversity in living organisms. You have gotten the concept of five kingdom system of classification. So stay at home, stay safe. I am Shomjasa signing off for today, and again we'll meet in the next class. Thank you, students.